which also means that now you look at, should you be opting for dividend? Should you be going for dividend paying stocks or not? The question is very, very important, because let's look at the most famous, the poster boy of investing world, Mr. Warren Buffett. When he invests in companies, he insists that the companies pay dividend. Excess cash must be paid out as dividends. But Berkshire Hathaway does not pay dividends to the shareholders, the company that he runs. Somebody may argue, is it double standard? But go back to his philosophy, the way he looks at the whole business, it is a capital allocation business. And he claims that he is the best in the world. And I don't doubt that. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree. He is the best in the world. Now, the excess capital which is available in the company, between the company and Warren Buffett, who is better at allocating that capital? Warren Buffett. So he says, give it to me. But between Warren Buffett and the shareholder of Berkshire, who is better at allocating capital? Then again, it is Warren Buffett. And that's where, he can reinvest it better. So capital allocation is nothing but investing it better than me. So he can invest it better and generate higher returns on that capital. The exact same logic, and I'm jumping, but still, because it's a relevant point, exact same logic applies when people are investing in equity mutual funds. Well, let's say, and just simply taking some names. So let's say if I'm investing in the equity mutual fund managed by Shankaran Narain, who's a better allocator of capital between Shankaran Narain and Amit Trivedi? Or if I am investing with Prashant Jain, can I beat him? Or Vetri Subramaniam or Anup Bhaskar, or whoever you want to take the name of? They are far superior than me. In such case, should I go for equity in an equity mutual, should I go for dividend in an equity mutual fund? That's a question that we need to ask. Are we losing out on compounding? Now, coming back to the companies. If retention ratio is going to determine the compounding, what do we do with the dividends that we receive from various companies? Are we immediately looking at better opportunities to invest that and put that money to work all over again? That's the discipline which is required. So if possible, keep your bank account separate to receive dividends, so that you don't mix up with your expense account. And this is another discipline that, in fact, Monica Hallan has written in her book, Let's Talk Money. She says, create separate accounts. One is where your investments are handled from, the other is your expense account. So out of your, let's say, the account in which you are receiving your income, the salary, out of that, on a monthly basis, as if you are paying an electricity bill or your house rent or whatever, an amount should be paid to your investment account. If you follow that discipline, then life becomes relatively easier. But I never skip paying the society maintenance bill. Then why am I missing out on funding my investment account? It's all a question of putting the discipline in place.